Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for joining me again. It's Grant from AnglingAuthority.com. Today I'm going to show you guys how to clean your Shimano reels, specifically your Shimano baitcasting reels. So the first thing you need to do is gather your materials. As you can see, I'm set up pretty nicely here. I've got my cloth towel down. I've got my ardent cleaning kit. I've got my reels. I've got my Shimano Bantam oil that's provided with the Shimano reels. And I've also got my manuals. Highly recommend you keep these handy. As you can see, I've got the box for the Corrado E7 handy as well for you guys to see. Keep the manuals, the instruction guides, handy because they will actually show you all the parts. And they will actually give you basic instructions on actually how to clean the reels. So if you needed to, you could actually refer to the instructions. So definitely have these out, have these at hand, so if you get confused or something, you can refer to them. So basically all Shimano baitcasting low-profile reels are pretty much the same. The only difference I've noticed really in them is how the side plate opens. So I'm going to show you the three different mechanisms that I've encountered for side plates. So I'm going to show you this one right here. This is the Chronarch 50 mg. This side plate opens by, you lower the handle and you basically unscrew it. Okay? That's how the Chronarch 50 mg opens. The older Corrados, I've got an old one here. This is the 100, Corrado 100. This is an older reel. This one opens the same way, okay? The other method of opening the side plates is like the Chronarch 100B. This one opens the same way as the cores. So for the cores in the Chronarch 100B, you actually have a release. And it's a little button on the side, and it actually has a screw. And this is the almost like a nut. This is the nut on the core. This is the 100 MGFB, and the Chronarch has a different, I guess, color or measurement of nut, but it has the same idea. So that's how you open that type of side plate. The reel I'm going to be showing you how to clean is the Corrado E series. So the Corrado E series is a little bit different. It has the same, it looks like the older Chronarchs, but you don't have to unscrew it. So it's a little bit simpler. You just open the side plate, have to unscrew, and it opens itself. Okay. Another quick tip for you guys. Again, tape down the line if you plan on keeping the line that's actually on the reel, so that it doesn't get in the way, and you can easily remove the spool. So we're just going to remove the spool and let it drop out. It should drop out pretty easily. Just set it down on the table. Okay. And now, like some of the other reels, you can actually put the side plate down aside. So this is actually always going to be stuck to the reel. So you're just going to have to be careful with it and keep it out of the way. So here's the reel, and it's ready to clean. The first step is going to be to get some Real Clean cleaner, and just going to open this. Give it a little spray. Get some of that on there. Okay. Now the ardent instructions that came with the cleaning kit say to allow the reel cleaner to sit for 5 minutes, so that it can actually break down all the gunk and grime and that kind of thing. You can do that if you have a lot of time. I don't usually wait. I don't find that it's any more effective. But usually my reels are like I keep my reels pretty clean. But if you have a reel that you have a lot of visible gunk and that kind of stuff in it, you can go ahead and let it sit. Otherwise, you can get going with your day. So I've got my brush here. And again, with the Corrado, I'm going to give it a quick brush. Now, again, what I'm doing with this as I'm trying to loosen all the contaminants, any dirt, grime, dust, braid dust, bits of seaweed, I don't know, fish scales, whatever the hell you could have in here. I'm just trying to loosen it all up, get it loose. Okay, same as in here. I'm gonna give it a quick scrubbing. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our towel and we're gonna give it a quick, nice wipe down. I'm gonna wipe down all the excess cleaning solution. Work as much as we can out. Get the reel as clean as we can. Okay, the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to do the detail cleaning on the reel. I'm going to take a Q-tip, and we're going to actually get rid of all in the corners, and you'll see that you can see that you've missed some of it with the towel. So it's not possible to get everything with just a towel. You have to do both steps, and you've got to get in there and really give her a good cleaning. Another thing that you can do is if you have the pressurized air. I know a lot of the guys that work on computers have that like bottled air or whatever you want to call it. You can dust off or I don't know what the name is, but you can actually use that too as well. Just shoot it in there, right in here where the level wind is, and into the where the worm gear is and all that good stuff. And you can loosen it and remove any kind of dust or that kind of thing that's in there. So that's also another good idea that I've seen people do. I don't do it just simply because my reels aren't really that dirty, and I don't know whether it's obsessive compulsive, but I keep them really clean. So anyway, we've got see that Q-tip? See how dirty that was? Pretty bad. So we've got the reel pretty clean, pretty satisfied with it. It's nice and dry. Here, give it another once over here. I just love the paint on this, on the Cораdos. I just love it. But that's another article. Anyway, so now that I've got it clean, it's time to oil it. So now where we put the oil? The oil goes on the bearings. So and now the Shimano reels are different in that you see the metal. They're called rails. There's a metal rail on this side, and there's a metal rail. Where is it? There's a metal rail over here on this side, and these need to be oiled. So you would oil these with a Q-tip. I'm going to show you. Okay. Now we take our Shimano Bantam oil that's supplied with the reels. We're just going to bend that back. We put 1 drop on the side plate bearing. So this is a side plate bearing right here, and this is the rail. We don't put any oil on the rail right now, so I'm going to show you. Just put 1 drop on the side on the side plate bearing. Okay, so just like this. Okay, that's 1 drop, and then we put the other drop. Now we put the other drop in here, okay? Now it's going to be hard to get in there, so what you do is you take a Q-tip, and you fill it up with oil. Okay, just like that. Okay, you don't need a lot. Don't fully go crazy. And you want to keep. You don't want any oil. No oil on the shaft, the spindle. You just want the oil down in the bearing. So you have to be very careful. You go and you just go once over it like that. Okay, you don't want any oil on the shaft. Okay, if you do get oil on the shaft, take a cloth and just wipe it off. Okay. The other thing what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit more of this oil. Get a little bit more here. Okay, good. And we're going to oil the brakes, tip of the brakes, and then we're going to oil the rail. Just going to run it along the rail like that. That's all you need for oil. Same thing with this rail over here. We're just going to run the Q-tip along the rail, and that's it, okay? Just like that. Okay, over here, this pinion down there, you're going to take your oiled Q-tip, just going to drop it right in the pinion, okay, and you're going to oil that, okay? And that's all you need to do for oiling. Doesn't need the reel doesn't need any more oil, okay? So the next step we're going to do is reassemble it. Take your spool, slide it in gently, okay, and then just close your side plate. Oh shoot! Make sure this is open. So close your side plate. Okay, it's ready to rock. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our grease, and you see the worm gear. We're going to put a dab of grease on the worm gear. Okay, you see the dab of grease? And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it upside down. We're going to work the worm gear so that it spreads out nicely. There you go. It's all set. Okay. Again, we're going to give it a quick wipe down so she's ready to store. All right. So that reel is ready to go. Another recommendation is to back off the drag so that the drag washer does not have constant pressure, because that constant pressure may warp it. So back off the drag, okay? You see that? And also, a lot of people, what they do with the Shimano is they also back off the fine control, but I don't really worry about that with the Shimanos. I just don't find that it makes a difference. For storage, again, I highly recommend a reel glove, or a reel cover, or any kind of reel cover. So I've got these from Shimano that I use. There you go. And that's ready. What you're looking for is a nice fluid spinning reel. I have my reel here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Your reel should be able to do something like this. Okay. You see how it just keeps going, and that's a well-oiled, well-maintained reel. That's going to give you a good casting distance. It's going to be amazing for you. Okay, and that's basically how you clean the Shimano Baitcasters, specifically the Corrado low-profile reels. Thanks, guys, for joining me, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.